British Airways were forced to cancel many flights yesterday following significant IT issues that impacted online check-in for departing flights. This isn't the first time that an IT issue has hurt British Airways through the years. In fact, it's very much becoming a reoccurring theme, with it simply being an ongoing problem that we see appear in headlines very frequently. It's an issue that the company is, yes, trying to rectify. However, even with those attempts, issues are quite clearly still creeping into the carrier's operations, such as the cancellations just witnessed. The computer glitch saw passengers stranded in Heathrow and also stuck in planes, not just at Heathrow but at airports right around the globe. While impacts were felt in London, with the airline being a global operation, aircraft subsequently in every corner felt the effects, with delays in departures, processing check-in, and obviously at the very worst, flights being cancelled and passengers then having to rebook, or at times find out their own way to go about things with lack of support from the airline. British Airways were very clear and apologised for the IT failure, saying that they appreciated the patience that was shown by their travelling customers and they were looking to identify both the source of the issue and try everything possible to prevent it from happening again. However, for those that were travelling with the airline, the frustration was more than present, as customers headed towards social media to voice their complaints over not just poor service from those within the airport, but a feeling of unknown. You may ask why? Well, these passengers believe that there was a general lack of support from the airline that meant they were very much unclear on what the next steps should be to rectify the situation if indeed their flight had been cancelled. In December of last year, you may recall there was a significant IT failure that caused the grounding of flights at British Airways and impacted tens of thousands of their travellers. While this is the last major incident, this is not the only one. It's been an ongoing problem, and you're probably more than aware of this if you're a frequent traveller of British Airways, or just keep up with the industry. In fact, on personal experiences, while having only flown at British Airways once, there have been times when I've been travelling in an airport that has a British Airways departing flight, and on countless occasions that flight is delayed due to technical issues and IT problems back in London. So while the worst case scenario is flights being cancelled, just like what we've seen in the most recent IT conundrum, there can be more minor issues that still impact passengers and see delays be felt. What are your thoughts? I know many people will have strong opinions on this, given it being a reoccurring matter for British Airways, and them being such a large airline to have so many issues with their IT system on a frequent basis. You can use the comment section as a place to start a dialogue, and let me know as well, have you been impacted by this? As I'm sure no doubt there's someone out there that has had a flight cancelled, a flight delayed, or something in that region because of the continued system failures. Thanks very much for watching. We can only hope that this will be resolved sooner rather than later, and there'll be a proper plug put in the problem. But until then, you can probably expect this to happen to a certain extent once more. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.